But for Pupulji, especially in the Indian tradition, from the Buddha to Nagarjuna, and the ancient Hindus, have said there is that state of nothingness, which they said you must deny the whole thing. Nagarjuna, see, he came to that point, as far as I understand, I may be mistaken, what I've been told, that he denied everything, every movement of the psyche.
Yes, every movement of the brain cell
Yes.
as becoming.
Yes. Now, it is there in the books or it is there in tradition. Why haven't they pursued that? Even the most intelligent of them, even the most religious devotee, not to some structure, but to the feeling of religious, the feeling of the divine, the sense of something sacred. Why haven't they pursued denying not the world? You can't deny the world. They have denied the world and made a mess of their own lives. But the total negation of the me.
So really, renunciation, let me use that word,
I know renunciation
is the negation of the me.
But yes, but it is not negation. The me exists still. I may renounce my house.
No, but that's...
I may get away from my memories, but you follow?
But basically the renunciation is never in the outer.
Inside, which means what? Don't be attached, even to your highest principle. Don't be attached to your loincloth. So I think what is happening is that we are really caught in net of words, in theories, not in actuality. I suffer. I must find a way to end that, not escape into some kind of silly illusions. Why have human beings not faced the fact and changed the fact? You follow my question? Is it because we are living with illusions of ideas, ideals and conclusions and all that, unrealities? It's so obvious, all this.
We are living with the history of mankind.
Yes.
That is the history of mankind.
That is the history of mankind. And mankind is me. And me is this. Endless misery. And so, if you want to end misery, end me. The ending of me is not an action of will. You can't come, the ending of me doesn't come about through fasting, all that business, childish business that human beings have gone through, who've been called saints.
It's really the ending of time, isn't it?
Yes, indeed. Ending of time, thought. That means to listen without the sound. Listen to the universe without a sound. We were talking the other day in New York, and there was a man who, doctor, I believe very well known. He said all these questions are all right, sir, but the fundamental issue is whether the brain cells, which have been conditioned for can really bring about a mutation in themselves. Then the whole thing is simple. Yes?
Yes.
I say, it's possible only through insight. And I went in, as we've gone into it now. See, nobody is willing to listen to this in its entirety. They listen partially. Agree in the sense, go together up to a certain distance and stop there. If man really says, I must have peace in the world, therefore I must live peacefully, then there is peace in the world. But he doesn't want to live in peace. He does everything opposite to that. His ambition, his arrogance, his silly, petty fears and all that. So we have reduced the vastness of all this to some petty little reactions. Do you realize that, Pupul? Huh? And so we live such petty lives. Don't, I mean, this applies from the highest to the lowest.
What is sound to you, sir?
Sound is the tree. Sound. Say with me, take music. With a pure Indian chanting, Rigvedic chanting, and the Gregorian chanting. They are extraordinarily close together. And one listens to all the songs of praise. Then you listen to the sound of the waves, the sound of strong wind among the trees, sound of person whom you have lived with for many years. You get used to all this. But if you don't get used to all this, then sound has an extraordinary meaning. Then you hear everything afresh. Say, for instance, you tell me time and thought is the whole movement of man's life, therefore limited. Now, you have communicated to me a simple fact, and I listen to it. I listen to it without the sound of the word. I've captured the significance, the depth of that statement. And I can't lose it. It isn't I've heard it now and it's gone when I go outside. I've listened to it so in its entirety. That means the sound has conveyed the fact that it is so. And what is so is absolute, always. I believe only in the Hebraic tradition, Jehovah, or whatever the nameless one, can only say, I am. Like Tattvamasi and so on in Sanskrit.